So I'm going to talk to you about three kinds of boundaries: weak boundaries, healthy boundaries, and then rigid boundaries. There are three types of boundaries, and people often have them want certain type of boundaries in one relationship and then in another. So you might have really good boundaries with your friends, but terrible with your children, or good boundaries with your spouse, but horrible with your mother. And then some people have the same kind of boundaries in all their relationships because of their being either really healthy or really unhealthy. So let's look at the three and see what the differences are. And remember, my definition of a boundary is what you will or will not do about what someone else does or does not do. So it focuses on you, not about what you tolerate or tell the other person they can or can't do, or whether or not you tell them. It's basically, what are you doing? What are you allowing into your life? What are you saying yes to? So first of all, weak boundaries. They consider it like being boundaries are a wall around you, and you've got a door, and you let things in and you let things out. And weak boundaries, you're going to keep that door completely open. You're going to just let all kinds of things come into your life. Unhealthy people, people that hurt you, people are going to abuse you. They're going to take advantage of you. You're not going to say no. You don't know how to say no. You're just going to let all that stuff come into your life. Your guard's down. Anyone can get close to you. Anyone can take advantage of you. You trust everyone because you don't know that you shouldn't or you can't put up your guard, and you don't think you're worth it. You think you have to. So you give too much personal information. You let people take things from you. You don't have boundaries. You don't shut that door and say, get out, leave me alone. Like, stop doing this. So you can get overly involved in people's lives. You just kind of live vicariously through other people. You just help fix people. You can't avoid you try to avoid conflict by just saying yes and giving in. So weak boundaries are just everybody's just running over you and just squishing you down and walking all over you, and you're not standing up and saying, I'm not willing to do this anymore. Stop doing this. I'm going to do what it takes to get you out, to make you stop this. Next one, rigid boundaries are exactly the opposite. It's like the door is shut and nothing comes in your life. You don't trust anyone. You've been hurt, and now your boundaries are so rigid. No one's going to get close to you. No one's going to take advantage of you. Nobody's going to trust you or hurt you. Nobody's going to do that to you again. So you just keep everyone and everything out. You've got that wall up. You're detached from other people's problems. You don't even care. You don't allow yourself to care. You keep your heart closed. You keep your life to yourself. You're just working on your life. You're strong in your views. You're so strong that you won't even consider anybody else's views. You talk over people when they're trying to explain their views. And you just actually had a friend who was out with somebody on a date who basically told her, I know better than you. I've got it right. I know what's going on. You need to listen to me. Right in the middle, when she was trying to explain something, like on a first date or something, it was like, oh my gosh, those are really rigid boundaries and rigid views, not going to make for a good relationship. Personal values, beliefs so strong that they're not even going to listen to anyone else. So you've got the weak, where you let in everything, the rigid, where you let in nothing. And then you've got the healthy boundaries. Healthy boundaries are in the middle. Okay. So healthy boundaries, and sometimes when you're learning to have healthy boundaries and you've had weak boundaries, you may swing all the way over and have too rigid boundaries. You might be like, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not letting anybody in. I'm not trusting anybody. So sometimes the rigid boundaries are kind of like a reaction to having weak boundaries, and all of a sudden getting the strength to set a boundary and you swing too far. Healthy boundaries are in the middle. Healthy boundaries open that door and let some good people in, good things in, and shut the door and keep bad things out. So you don't trust everyone and you don't distrust everyone. You wait and you build trust. You let people show you that they're trustworthy and that you should trust them. So you offer a little bit at a time based on what you see in their behavior. You allow good things into your life, but you keep not good things out of your life. You say no and yes based on what you're willing to do, what's good for you, what's right. You support other people, you care about them, but you're not codependent. You don't get completely enmeshed in their lives. You don't get completely involved. You let them make their own choices. You let them live with the consequences of their choices. And that at the appropriate time, you're able to help them, but you don't take on responsibility that is not yours. You can resolve conflict because you're not afraid of it, and you're willing to listen to what other people have to say, but you're also able to have and maintain your own views, your own thoughts, your own feelings, your own perceptions. Those are healthy boundaries. So just hopefully it's giving you just a quick idea, maybe a new concept to think of: rigid, healthy, and weak boundaries. I flipped those two, and kind of figure out, where are you in each of your relationships? Do you have weak boundaries all the time, or only sometime? Do you have healthy boundaries all the time, or maybe one relationship not? Or hey, or do you fall into that rigid boundaries? Rigid boundaries are as unhealthy as weak boundaries, because your focus and your goal is to have healthy relationships with healthy people. And you could only have healthy relationships if both of you are healthy. And relationships cannot be trusting and safe and close if you're not willing to be vulnerable and risk. And if you are having rigid boundaries, you are not being vulnerable and risking and building intimacy and closeness and love and caring. So hopefully this has helped you think about this. Couple of verses that go with this. Proverbs 12:23. The prudent keep their knowledge to themselves, but a fool's heart blurts out folly, foolishness, folly. So basically saying that, you keep some things in, you let some things out, you don't let out everything. Okay. Next one, 1 Thessalonians 5:20-22. Do not treat prophecies with contempt, but test them all. Hold on to what is good and reject every kind of evil. Like that process of opening the door to some things, closing the door to other things. And some good, some bad. Good comes in, bad stays out. Ecclesiastes 7:18. It is good to grasp the one and let go of the other. Whoever fears God will avoid all extremes. Okay. Psalm 4:8. In peace I will lie down and sleep, for you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety. Beautiful, right? In peace I will lie down and sleep, for you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety. Healthy boundaries. You can lie down and know that you're safe, having that trust in God ultimately. So hope this has helped you, and hope that if you need to work on boundaries, you don't have healthy boundaries, I've got classes where we work on boundaries. Go to my website, changemyrelationship.com, look at the classes, and hopefully you'll be joining in one. Whatever's going on now, they're all good. They all help you build healthy boundaries. And then you can get to that when we get to the place where we're teaching class just on boundaries. You'll have that base of these other skills in relationships. So hope to see you. Let me know that you are being referred from hearing about this on a YouTube. So, okay, God bless.